She said it with a smirk. Take a nice walk. Then the car door slammed, the engine roared, and I stood there, watching the taillights vanish over the hill, taking the last shred of my breath with them. It was 102 degrees, the kind of dry, searing heat that burns the skin without mercy. I was in the middle of nowhere, an old forgotten gas station that looked like it had given up years ago. The paint was cracked and flaking. The only noise came from a soda machine groaning in protest. And my phone was nothing more than a useless brick with no signal. I was hunched over, clutching my side, gasping through pain I couldn't name yet. A burst appendix, I'd later find out. But she knew Lena knew. I'd told her all morning that something wasn't right. My skin was clammy, my stomach twisting in knots, vision blurry. I begged her to listen, but all she saw was drama. She accused me of faking it, said I was sabotaging her family's beach vacation. Her family, not mine. Mine weren't invited. They were already in the car when I staggered out of that filthy bathroom, pale as a ghost, dripping sweat, barely upright. I pleaded with her. I didn't want much, just help. Just a pause. But all I got was her laugh. That low, cruel laugh. Her final words before peeling away. Walk it off. And she left me. That's when something shifted inside me. Not just physically, though the pain was unbearable, but emotionally. That was the moment the man I used to be began to die. I wasn't always so hollow. I met Lena 7 years ago, at a sunlit wedding on the coast. Her smile had teeth even then, but I was too lovesick to notice. Starved for affection, desperate to be chosen, I mistook danger for passion. She gave me everything I thought I wanted, attention, heat, promises wrapped in kisses. And I gave her everything real. I paid for her grad school, bought her a new car, lifted her family's drowning business out of debt with my own hands. They called me the Rock. Solid. Dependable. I wore that label like armor. But over time, I learned something about rocks. People walk all over them without a second thought. The signs were always there. She began spending more weekends with the girls. Her phone started living face down on the nightstand. She laughed at my cooking, mocked my job, ridiculed my clothes. I became a living joke at her family dinners. Background noise she'd roll her eyes at when I spoke. She cut me off mid-sentence. She dismissed me with a sigh. And still I stayed. Then came the laptop. 2 weeks before the beach trip, I was setting up a new device for her. The cloud sync was automatic. Her messages poured in like poison. I didn't want to read them. But how could I not? That's when I saw it. The word she used. Dead weight. Boring. Not worth cheating with, just fun to cheat on. There were photos. Videos. Her sisters knew. Even her mother responded to her betrayal with a laughing emoji. I closed the screen. Said nothing. Because some revenge doesn't come with screaming matches or shattered dishes. The best revenge is slow. Cold. Public. I saw a doctor. The pain I'd been ignoring turned out to be a leaking appendix. Dangerous. Even lethal, if left untreated. Perfect. I made quiet moves after that. Updated my will. Transferred our joint accounts into a protected trust, solely in my name. She never noticed, too busy picking out beach outfits. That morning, I offered to drive. She declined. Said I'd kill the vibe. I smiled and got in the car. That gas station wasn't random. I chose it. It was 87 miles from the nearest hospital. 94 from the resort. No buses. No Uber. No cell towers. She laughed when she left. What she didn't know was that the night before, I'd planted a small GoPro on the dashboard, front and rear view with sound. 5 hours later, I was found slumped against the station wall, my side on fire, the world spinning. The old station owner found me, called 911. I didn't cry. I didn't beg. I just waited. The video went viral by sunset. I posted it once the morphine dulled the edges of the pain. Just a single caption. Asterisk, she said. Take a walk. Asterisk, the internet devoured it. By morning, news vans were parked outside my hospital room. The headline was everywhere. Cruel wife leaves husband to die at remote gas station. I didn't say a word. I just stared out the window, let the storm speak for itself. And it did. People found the texts. Screenshots leaked. Her laughing mother. Her mocking sisters. Her flirty messages. Her law firm. The one I helped fund. placed her on leave. The IRS began sniffing around her family's business. I never made the call. I didn't have to. Viral justice doesn't need your hand to guide it. It moves like fire in dry brush. And the final blow. I served her divorce papers live on national television. She was in the middle of an interview, trying to spin the story. Tears in her voice. Playing the victim. The host handed her a bright red envelope marked urgent. She opened it mid-broadcast. Her face cracked. The camera caught everything. That moment, it became its own meme. She's called me 3 times since. Left voicemails full of sobs and apologies. Said it was the heat. A joke. She didn't know I was really sick. But we both know that's a lie. You don't leave someone you love like that. Not unless you've already imagined your life without them. The only thing she didn't imagine was the world watching. Now she gets her wish. She gets to see life without me. And the world sees her for what she is. My name is clean. Her reputation? A warning to others. I'm not angry. Not bitter. I am calm now, peaceful. I take long walks every morning. Real ones. With clear skies above me. And no one beside me to weigh me down. The air tastes lighter. Silence sweeter. Revenge was never about hurting her. It was about revealing her. And now, the truth is out for all to see. Because when someone tries to leave you for dead, make sure they live long enough to regret it.